Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another muscular episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. It's good to see you. Thanks for watching. It's only on special occasions where I finally break out my muscles and show you people what I really look like. And, of course, this is one of those occasions. This week, on Saturday, May 18th, 2013, I made my way over to Wal-Mart to gather up my special sneak preview tickets to the one-day early showing of Man of Steel. People have asked me, is it really that important to go the day before the show opens? I mean, we've been waiting all this time, years, and now we're just a few weeks away. By the time that week comes, we'll be a week away, and I mean, is it really going to make that much of a difference to go one day before everybody else goes to see it? I mean, do I really need to go and stand in line at a super center at 8 o'clock in the morning to buy tickets? My answer to that is, it's really not that I need to rush that one day early. What's special about it to me, I think, is that it's going to be a full house, and it's going to be people who were enthusiastic enough to want to go and get those tickets. It's going to be people who are purposefully going to see this movie one day early. The people who are excited about seeing it that short 24 hours sooner. Yes, we could all wait, sure. But what I like about being in a movie with a bunch of people who were so enthusiastic that they had to go to a special place in time to buy the tickets, rather than just going to the box office and buying them like everybody else, is that we're going to have a packed theater of people who are willing to cheer, clap, be awed when things are awe-inspiring, sigh. It's much more exciting, and I get a lot of enthusiasm from the crowd around me. And there's always the argument to be made: why would you shout out in a movie theater? Why would you cheer? There's no cast to hear your applause. It's not like people are coming out for bows at the end of a play. But something about the excitement and the electricity in the room when it's full of people who are that enthusiastic. I would hope that throughout at least the first weekend we're going to have that with regular audiences as well. But with this one, it's going to be really special. Now, all the issues people have had over the years with possibly how they treat their employees, or what their bonuses are, or how they're taking power away from the people and closing down small mom and pop shops. I love Walmart. I've always loved going there and just knowing that I could get whatever I want in the same amount of time as it would take somebody to walk from one store to another in a mall, or drive to another place to get groceries when they were buying underwear, which some say in the New 52, the Man of Steel should go buy some. And of course, in Man of Steel the movie, he was missing his underwear on the outside of his uniform. By the way, I think the uniform looks fantastic. I'm still hearing people complaining about how they wish they wouldn't have changed it, and the classic is better. And I think the colors look great. I think the cape looks great. I think this movement looks great. I think it looks fantastic. I like the style of it. I like how it's, I don't know that I'd call it more modern. Nobody would wear this, even this uniform. There's nobody in the real world who's going to walk around wearing this on a daily basis. Cosplay or whatever, but not as a regular occupation. It's not a uniform we would typically associate with somebody who goes to work every day, but I think it looks really cool. I like the idea that Walmart has this deal going with DC. My understanding was that it was kind of exclusive, that Walmart was going to sell these tickets, that they were going to be the only company that had advanced tickets to Man of Steel for the day before, and that, in exchange for that, from what I've been hearing, Walmart ads are appearing in all of the DC comic books over the last few months, and Walmart is supposed to help to promote the movie. I've seen pictures of the idea of what it was supposed to look like, all the associates wearing capes, the big aisle placement where it has its own kind of separate aisle with cardboard cutouts of Man of Steel and all of the products that are available, the toys, the posters, the t-shirts, and Kellogg's family of food products has this contest going on where you can enter codes, and those would also be on. And my understanding was that at some point, whenever the time was understood, and it started more and more to look like it was going to be May 18th, because that's when they were kicking off the big selling of tickets promotion, is when they would start that with the associates and having the whole bar with all of the stuff on it for Superman. But when I went in on Saturday, it was still kind of, you know, each day leading up to it, as it was getting closer, the aisle kept getting bigger, things kept getting added, the thing was built, and then finally things were put onto it. The Kellogg's products mostly aren't available yet. I have found 2 of the 4 families that are supposed to be available. Pop-Tarts, Kellogg's, Keebler, and Cheez-Its are the ones that are going to have a Superman symbol on them from Man of Steel and from their codes. I have found a box of Cheez-Its, and I have found a box of Keebler cookies, and so far nothing else. But it's not like the whole aisle is filled with it. In the one Walmart I go to, they had a whole side of Cheez-Its on it, but they weren't Man of Steel Cheez-Its. They were just, you know, so I guess the companies are still involved, so they're still putting them on there. But what was cool about that, about going for the tickets, I did see 4 or 5 other people buy tickets while I was there, but there was no line. It wasn't like you had to line up at midnight or you might not get tickets. It looks like not enough people either knew about it or were so excited that they had to go to Walmart super early to get their tickets, but I did see a few other people buy while I was there. And it was cool because the people in the electronics department where they were selling the tickets were wearing the capes. Now, unfortunately, they told us that they are under orders to return the capes after the promotion is over. And from what I can tell, it looks like the promotion was over that day, because I was in later on, I was in the next day, and nobody was wearing capes. But from what I had heard, this was going to be a thing where the cashiers were wearing them, where the associates walking around were wearing them. It was going to be kind of store-wide, and it looked like it was just the 3 people that were in the electronics department that were wearing them. Also, the one local Walmart that we had, I went in one day a few days ago, before the Saturday premiere day, and they had the whole aisle set up, but it was empty. They had to put things anyway. And the next day I went in, and half the aisle was missing, and it was only one piece. And I just went in yesterday, which is after the promotion, and just that piece is still there, and it has a couple of things on it. So I don't know what exactly the agreement is, but it appears to me as if Walmart might be dropping the ball on this, because if you had an agreement to be the exclusive Man of Steel headquarters where you were going to be doing this, and that aisle was supposed to be there, and your people were supposed to be wearing capes, and now they're not, I'm not really sure what's going on, but I was really excited about it. I was going in there every day waiting for it, and then I saw them setting it up, and then it just kind of fell apart. The one where I went to get the tickets still has the thing up, and there's still all the products are on it. And I imagine it's going to go until the movie opens and after or whatever, but I'm disappointed in the promotion as I heard about it months ago that it was going to be. But when buying the tickets, it was cool. The associates were excited. The ones that did have the capes were excited to be wearing them. And at one point, 2 of them removed their capes and gave them to my wife and I so that we could take a picture. And we took a picture in front of their wall of televisions where they had Walmart Man of Steel promotional material playing. There were interviews and there was scenery, and of course the trailer was playing on loop. And the whole time we were there, I would stop every once in a while to watch the trailer or see some of the footage that they were showing, some of the interviews, some of the actors talking. My daughters were with us, and they made me buy them capes. Not the ones that the associates were wearing, which are a little thicker and a little larger, but I guess one of the products you can buy are child's capes, so $12 or something. So both my daughters got capes, and we were pictures with them. And of course, this sounds all incredibly beefy because all we're doing is buying tickets for a movie that doesn't come out for a month yet. And then, just as we were about to leave, they brought out a cake with a Superman symbol on it, and gave the kids some cake. Of course, we could have had some as well, but I don't usually partake in cake. I do like the rhyme, though. And the kids got their cake, and they were excited, and it was awesome, and they got a picture of the cake. And I just like being a part of it all. I find it extremely exciting, and I'm sure many of you out there feel the same way, that all this is going on around our favorite hero, our favorite character, and we're kind of being a part of history, even though it's just a movie. You know, this could start a new era for Superman movies and hopefully for comic book movies as a whole. It looks really great. I'm really excited. You know, a new trailer just came out today. So we'll talk about that on another time. But I have my tickets, and I'm sure many of you out there do as well. Get excited, everybody. And remember, always look up in the sky.